they lost a bit off to unravel for him shortly after he got hurt, and they couldn't quite piece it back together.
No, you could see that there was a dip in their confidence, and again, that's the intangibles that somebody of his caliber will bring to the table. And so now that he's back,
courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Freak in at point guard. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony.
Move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Here's Freak. And he really played well against Denver. To the inside. Porzingis can't hit. So,
and the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference.
Afflalo, that's good.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And here they go. Now here's Freak while recovering. Passes to Porzingis from the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Maybe at the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
A total team effort, and I think the starters enjoyed a chance to be able to step back and relax and enjoy how the bench played.
And Anthony gets it to go.
Yes, just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And Royce with the slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one.
Moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And the Knicks with possession here. The Raptors getting the bucket. Here's Freak. They grab their own miss. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Lowry dishes to Mahinmi. Back to Lowry. The shot no good. And New York will come the other way. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Freak kicks to Anthony. Now here's Freak. DeRozan defending. Freak sinks the triple.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Lowry. Ross on the wing. Wide open look. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, here's what the Raptors head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's Freak. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Afflalo. And DeRozan. Here we go. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. DeRozan's got his first points in this one. New York leading by 6. Outside Anthony. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
I want everyone here in the Air Canada Center to get it up and cheer on your dance pack.
Over the last month, let's see how the Toronto Raptors fared in the NBA ranking. 5th for free throw shooting, 8th in fast break points. And this is also what I would call a pretty solid offensive rebounding team. I mean, They've got a top 10 ranking in the second chance points category.
And talking about how consistent they've been at the foul line. So often it's an afterthought, but the good teams find a way to make teams pay for sending them to the free throw line. That's been a key all season.
Now, here's Clarkson. Following the miss by Freak. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Stoudemire dishes to Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. Knicks with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And that one's good. Freak.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Porzingis can't hit. Tipped away. Raptors trail by 11. And now the Knicks on the break. Freak with the ball. Finishes the break with a slam.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
They double him with Freak. The drive by Lowry. He hits it from 9. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Porzingis passes to Freak.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Anthony on the wing. The shot. And there's another one for the Knicks.
They haven't been able to stifle them defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
Now here's DeRozan. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Denver.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
The Knicks leading by 11. Freak kicks to Afflalo. The 3. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Afflalo. 9 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes
Finger music scorching those nets. How long?
There's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. The Knicks also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Aaron Afflalo. Now here's Freak. 11 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Here's Clarkson. Pass to Lowry. And stolen by Freak.
Get back.
A nice shot by Lin. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Knicks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Here's Freak after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Here's Freak, and the shot is good. Freak's got 13.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Stoudemire, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Now here's Freak. He's got 13. Jumper off the screen, and again it's New York.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And it's Lowry penetrating, shoots from 12. It's hauled in by Thomas. Now Freak, 15 points in the game. Takes a 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise.
They pulled all the strings to get me here.
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
You know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Freak, he's in at point guard. Williams is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Thomas in at the 3 slot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nuggets played some outstanding basketball. He had 40 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Here's Wright. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. 6 to shoot. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And the basket by Thomas.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. And Wright, here we go, with his first shot attempt. Again, Toronto.
Timeout, Knicks. Okay, fans, put your hands together for your dance pass.
A different look for New York. Booker, he's checked in for Williams. And so it's New York with it. 22 is their biggest lead. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. There's a screen. Down low, Porzingis. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Porzingis has got his first basket.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And now, here are a set of teams that have held their opponents to very few points in the second half of the season. Number 1, the Knicks.
You know what, Kevin? The All-Star game isn't known as a display of great defense, but something or someone rubbed off on these guys since the break. They've been fantastic on defense lately.
That's good from Lopez.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And New York with a change here, too. Thomas is checked in, and so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Raptors have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Ross with a wide-open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
A wide-open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Freak passes to Porzingis. And Afflalo kicks to Freak. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And New York making a change here. Williams is checked in. Now here is Lowry. He's got 8. That is good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He's just left the defender on the ground.
That is a highlight and a half, guys, or a highlight plus. Anytime you shake a guy out of his shoes like that, it's going to make the rounds for sure.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Knicks out front, running away with it. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. But I'm trying to force it on offense. Good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on. Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just can't shoot the triple any better than he did in that first half. That was incredible.
And here in the second, Greg, he's got to just keep taking them and making them. And if that's the case, no reason for him to stop.
Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Then there's Ian Mahinmi, and it's Ross in at the 4-man position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Freak. He dishes it to O'Quinn from 13, and that one's good. O'Quinn's got 8.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
Lowry passes to DeRozan, and stolen by Freak. Goes up.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And he gets the bucket.
Hopkins.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. It's stolen by Lowry. And stolen by Freak. And again, New York running the court in transition. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, They've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
So he gets them both.
Talk about great numbers for Freak. He has 29 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Anthony. Lowry with the ball. 10 points for him. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Hopkins. There's the dish to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now here's Freak. Lowry covering. They set the pick. Here's Freak. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Now here's DeRozan. He has 6. And O'Quinn sends it back. And here's Freak. Now the pass to Afflalo. And again, New York with the triple.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And a wide open look for Freak. Offline with his 3.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Here's the screen. Inside. And that time, also a missed shot.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Now, here's Lowry, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Hopkins, the pass to Ross. Left block shot on the way. Knicks with the rebound.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Here's Lowry. The Knicks making the shot. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Hopkins. And again, no good by Toronto. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And stolen by Freak. All alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
That drops. 16 points for Carmelo Anthony. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
And he gets the bucket. Freak's got 38 points.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Toronto's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Trevor Booker comes in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Aaron Aflalo. Stoudemire with the bucket.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
And the Raptors shooting around 41% on the night. Clarkson kicks to Ross. To the paint. Here's Patterson. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's the 3. No luck. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
Well, the players you see on this list know a little bit about putting points on the board. They're the shooting guards averaging the most points over the last 10 games. In the 3rd spot, DeMar DeRozan.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
Yeah, you don't have to take a long look at their point totals to see that this is the premier group of scorers at the premier scoring position in the NBA. Shooting guards can flat out bring it.
The Raptors making a switch here. White's checked in. And he's good on the second. New York's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Lopez a screen. Freak dishes to Lopez. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Wright. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
You know, even though he's bite-sized compared to the big men on the floor, he's done some really tall work on the boards.
Here's Freak. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Clarkson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Freak passes to Lin. Now the feed to Freak. Lopez sets a screen for Freak. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it in right over Patterson.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
A nice shot by Booker.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And the Raptors with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. And that one good from Clarkson.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And Booker kicks to Freak. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though. You want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that. And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Lin from long range. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Clarkson. No good on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Knicks delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from break. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. New group in now for the Raptors. Mahinmi's checked in for Lavoy Allen. Ross comes in for Patrick Patterson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Wright. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Freak's checked in for Grant. On the court for the Knicks. Freak, he's in at the point. Lance Thomas out there with Marvin Williams. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Barbosa in at the 2-guard spot. Outside Lowry. And stolen by Williams. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Nogueira's checked in. Now here's Freak. A 3-ball. Toronto grabs the miss. Ross has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fires from deep. And Terrence Ross good for 3.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
There's a screen by Williams. Feeds it to Barbosa. Thomas gets a wide open look. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Outside Lowry. Ross for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And that's 10 points now for Terrence Ross.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Freak. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Ross with a screen on Thomas. It's DeRozan with the drive. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
Looking at the game for DeRozan, he's got 8 points and several assists. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Not to mention just the overall fundamentals that he's put on display here today.
Now here's Freak. Lowry covering. A nice shot by Booker.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
For the Raptors, they come in off the loss to the Nuggets. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Freak. And here we go with Barbosa heading to the hoop.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Ross on the wing. This one for 3. That's good. Ross has got 10 points in just the second half.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
Here's Ross. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists now in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
There's a screen by Williams. Freak. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The drive by Lowry. Oh, that's blocked.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Inside, here's Williams, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
For 3, Barbosa, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Patterson, he's checked in for Ross, and it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And the Raptors miss again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And I guess one good turn deserves another. In the final contest between these two teams, guys, this win ties up their tug-of-war season series 2-2 against the Raptors.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for a Freak. Whoa! Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
Ross dishes to Patterson. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And Booker kicks to Lynn. Now, Freak. From deep. Nails it.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took